As I've mentioned in previous videos, I am making spec commercials for different products and different companies, both in hopes that they will like the commercial and either buy the commercial or pay me to make a different commercial for them. And also so that I can put them on my website and have a portfolio and show other people what I'm capable of so they will hire me to make commercials for them. And I've been lately trying to make as many spec commercials as I can. And this commercial I made mostly in my living room, and I made it for just went and grabbed a product that I had at my house, which is Colonel Season's popcorn seasoning. And I actually like the product quite a bit, but they're not sponsoring this in any way. And so I decided I'd make a commercial about it, and I had to try to think of some kind of a story that would reflect the product. And so I went on their website and tried to see what all their slogans were and everything else that I could find out about the company. And then I came up with this idea for the commercial. I had the idea of, popcorn flying up in the air and come down real slow, and how I accomplished that is I set my camera up in front of my TV, and then I put a solid background on my TV, and then I put the camera on 120 frames per second, and I put popcorn in a tray, and I got underneath the camera and I threw it up in the air. And then I had to redo it several times because I kept accidentally getting the tray too high and you could see it in the shot. And so I had to do that a few times, and every time I'd throw the popcorn up in the air, it'd land on the floor, and then I would have to sweep it up, pick the dog hair out of it, and do it again. And so after doing that a number of times, I finally got a shot I was happy with. I used the same popcorn, and trying not to be wasteful. I used the same popcorn for the part where I'm putting the salt on it. And the first few shots didn't turn out, and so I had to keep doing it over. And to make sure that it looked right, I finally had to take the popcorn outside and put it in a colander and get the extra salt off of it. I had this idea where I had the larger container spinning one direction and the other container spinning the opposite direction. First, tried to do that in front of the TV, but I didn't like the way that it looked. So then I brought them upstairs and put them on a Lazy Susan and put them... See, initially I was using a Lazy Susan that was not mechanical. And then I decided it wasn't working and I bought a mechanical one. Set that upstairs in front of the green screen. Of course, the problem is this one was too close in color to the green screen, so it also keyed out most of the bottle. So then I hung up a black backdrop and went with that. And then I put the 3 shots together. I used a Luma keyer to get rid of the black background so that all you would see is the bottles. And since I didn't have any film underneath that one, it just showed the 3 bottles spinning. And then I keyed in a zoom in effect in post. And then also when I took pictures of the popcorn itself, I used a RGB light, and I held the RGB light over the popcorn so that you could so I could turn it on yellow and make the popcorn look better, because when you're doing a brand you want it to look as good as you can. And I also used the RGB light for the scene where we were sitting on the couch eating the popcorn, and that was not the popcorn that was on the floor, by the way. The popcorn we ate was actually a new bag. But that light, I'll put a link to it down below in case you're interested. I'm not sponsored for it either, but it's a F7 pocket light. And it has a setting that simulates the television. And so I did that so that it would be flashing on our screen, or it would assimilate a screen flashing on our face. And I put all that together, and I was shooting for about less than 30 seconds commercial. Put that all together, and then here is the final commercial.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
Hope you like it, but more importantly, I hope that they like it, and I hope other people like it and hire me to do commercials for them. But you will never get hired to shoot for the kind of customers you want to shoot for unless you start shooting the things you want to get paid to shoot. And so that's what I'm doing.